Well, hello, 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 my art chit chat people. How are you today? I hope you are well. I am well. I am doing wonderfully. I'm going to challenge myself again today. So many things to chit chat about. I made this pomegranate iced tea, and when I put a slice of orange in it, it tastes like good old Hawaiian punch. Oh, it's so good. So let's get started. So what I want to do today is, let's see. I wanted to, let me get my washi tape. So what I'm going to do, since it's spring, I'm going to do geranium buds. Yes, I was actually looking for tree buds. I found this really cool website. It's called Paint My Photo, because I love doing like photo art challenges, like the food paint challenge I did earlier this week. And this one is people upload photos and they want you to paint their photo. The website is pmp-art.com, and when I'm done with this photo, I can my painting, upload it onto the website. It looks really hey, I'm an ex-technical business analyst. I will figure it out. But the directions on uploading, you don't upload it because each person who does the photos has their own page. I can have my own art page, I believe. I just quickly looked at it, and if I upload to my page, then I have to have to make a comment on their photo with my link to my painting, which is pretty easy. It's just the way they had it written. Listen, I used to write documentation, technical documentation. I think I could rewrite the directions for them to make things look better, because I'm all about screenshots. People like visual, so I like to do screenshots of how to do certain things, and I do kind of miss that kind of stuff. So let's see. And of course, I'm going to start out with a Micron. So, this is going to be, I'm not going to do every single bud though. I'm going to do, so there's like the middle one here. Middle bud. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to be, I really have to pay attention to detail here. Not one of my fortes. And I'm going to be painting these with my new Inktense paint pen. Yes. If you've seen my other videos lately, you will know that I broke my no-buy art supply. On day 82 of my no-buy art supply, I saw some videos or artwork, nature journaling artwork of nature journal paintings of using the Inktense, and it was just absolutely gorgeous, just gorgeous. And so I tried and I wrestled and I tried, and I thought, you know what, I did really well for 3 months. And another reason why I was doing, there's two reasons that I did the no buy art supply is because one, I was saving money for my move, because the move was very costly, getting a pod, filling the pod, moving the pod, getting the apartment. There were, numerous deposits for the apartment, pet deposits, pet payments. I had to pay movers to unload the pod, driving to Florida, staying in hotels because I take 3 days, setting stuff up. internet spectrum, you know, all that stuff. So let's see, this was in the background, so I'm going to put that kind of in the background and just, so I do this with the Microns. Even if you make a mistake, it's okay, because you're gonna, once you start painting, you're gonna your painting is gonna take the eye off there, and it really doesn't. People don't. I mean, some people might notice it, but then some people might not. So this might be the major bud here. So yeah, this is a challenging photo, but I really like it. And you know what I do? I love geraniums. When I had my home on Willow Street, I always had red geraniums on my front porch. And a very funny story. And I love my geraniums. I love to deadhead them and all that stuff. And let's see, this one's going to be a lot pinker. I always had the red geraniums. Loved them. There was a place, so okay, let me finish one story before I go into the other story. So, actually I have to go into the other story to finish this story. So yeah, I always got the red geraniums. I would either pot them myself or just buy the pre-done, because I wanted the geraniums and then that leafy, spidery plant in the middle, and then potato plants on the side. Was it sweet potato plants? Or Creeping Jenny coming from the sides. Great combination. So there was, and I lived in Lockport, and I lived one block away from Old Lockport, Locust Street, where all the mansions were. And these were gorgeous mansions, I'm telling you. And there was one mansion every year had the best red, super red geraniums. I swear to God, they had to be fake, because every year they would be the same. And actually, then I found out that the yard people, when I drove by one time, their yard people were my yard people. So I asked one of the guys, I said, where do you get those geraniums? He didn't know. Either he didn't know or he couldn't say. But anyways, one time, so Catherine and I were at, I think it was Joann's, or yeah, I think it was Joann's or Michael's, one of those places, and it might even be a Home Goods, one of those type of places. So let's see, we're just gonna, and that there, and then they were selling these geraniums. I think they were on sale too. Geraniums, fake geranium in pots. Oh my God, they were like 20 bucks a piece. I think I bought 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I bought 6 or 5 or 6. Oh, they were, because I knew, I said, get them all now. Get them all now. Because you know that going back and getting more stuff. No, I don't do that anymore. Well, I don't spend a lot anymore because I don't need anything. But I'm gonna kind of do these geranium leaves kind of like bokeh. If you know what that means, kind of like blurry in the background. Because you know me and leaves. So I got those fake geranium plants, and they were wonderful for, I think, for a year, 2 years. I put them out on the porch, and they were just wonderful, just wonderful. Didn't have to water them, didn't have to deadhead them. Made my life easy. But since I don't have, I do not have a porch here, and I had to downsize. So I think Catherine took them. So she's got them somewhere. I don't know what she's doing with them. But that was the 2 stories in one, right? So let's see. So what I like to do, we could do the background. So I love these paints, and someone had asked me about what's the difference between these paints and watercolor paints, and I finally, after playing with them, I realized that they're not like watercolor, and that I am doing the background and wetting it down like I would do for watercolor. But they will not bloom like watercolors do. So you'll see here. I just want to get the background. Ooh, Jack's just, do you hear that? Oh, they do bloom if you put enough water on there, but not like, whew, boomy. You know what I mean? And so, and the way these work is they are more like an ink stain than they are, ooh, I'm kind of liking this. So they do work, they do bloom, but as you can see, not a lot. So then, and I believe the water, oh, that's a nice bokeh. That's nice. They are like an ink staining media, as you'll see as we go on. You'll see. I'll show you. Do I dare? I'm gonna just do a couple darker color, just a little darker, just a little darker, just maybe just a touch. And with the way that I work with these, I just do just a light touch. I do find that, oh yeah, just a little bit of that Payne's gray. Ooh yeah. Oh yeah. Gosh, I just love, I just love art. Oop. Let's get that. Oop. So yeah, just a little bit of Payne's gray, because a little bit goes a long way. And then I'm going to take some water and kind of drown that out a little bit. So I'm still learning Inktense, but I am loving them, just loving them. And I'm noticing, so here I did a lot of water just because I want to do the bokeh, but I, when I do use these, I use mainly really teeny tiny. This one, this is the biggest, that's an 8, actually, that's really big. I just use all my really teeny tiny brushes. I think that works best with Inktense, because you need just a tiny bit, the way I'm going to use it. So let's see, let's get some of the yellows in here. And so what I do is I'll take a little bit of the yellow here, put it in here, and then add lots and lots of water. Just lots of water, because I just want to do a nice little yellow in these bud leaves. And even that just seems like a lot. Oop. And I try not to use, I've been noticing I've been using too much water. When I do these, because they're not like watercolors. So just want to get that yellow, because there's a little, I'm putting the yellow in because there's a yellow undertone to these buds, and then we'll do the, oops, and then we'll do the green, the greeny part. I hope I do this. This is hard because this, I gotta do this picture justice. I think I did semi-okay. Semi-okay, so, and then I'm gonna do a nice green wash on these 3 leaves. Again. Yeah. So I broke my no by art supply. There is a video out there if you want that I talked more about the Inktense and why I did the no buy. Why I broke my no buy. I don't know if I told you guys, but I do have, so I take all of my videos and there are playlists. I make playlists. So there's a Saturday morning coffee playlist, and I put every one of those videos in one playlist. I have an art chit chat playlist. Oh, I must have missed this one. I have unboxing playlist. I have art haul playlist, which I don't know, it's because unboxing and art haul are kind of the same thing, honestly, aren't they? I'm gonna have to get in. I'm gonna have to go in here, and I will with darker. So you can just go in and play the playlists and do one video after the other of the same subject. Really, that's what I do when I find other channels, or YouTube channels that I like. I binge watch them. I go into their playlists and I just binge watch them. That's what I want. That's what I do for TV most of the time. So now I want to get. So here's what the thing is. So now you gotta let this dry a little bit. It's not like you can it's so I like to layer the Inktense. And here's another thing. I did get the Inktense pencils too. These are the pencils I got. These are nice colors as well. Really nice colors. I'm not crazy about pencil. I'm finding I do love the pans. I want to get this is the Inktense pan number 2. I want to get the Inktense pan number 1 because there's no browns in this one. I do have bark, so I will use these. And the way I will use them is, here, let me get my piece of paper. The way I will use them, I don't like to put the pencil straight onto, draw, like take the pencil and draw it right, like if I need a brown, where is the bark? Is this bark? Or the Shiraz? What I will do is, I will not do it on there. I will do it on a piece of paper. And then I will use that as a palette. I don't want to use that. Just get some water, and then I'll grab that here, and then I will go and put it on. Or you could put it here. I wish I could, but does that make sense? Because of the I'm not crazy about these. It leaves these rough lines. I mean, if it's needed in something that I'm doing, I'll do it, but I like, you'll see, I like the way this looks when I kind of scumble the color in. And like you'll see, like, so I'll take, to do the rest of these leaves, I'll take just a little bit, and I've been noticing I've been using too much water. So I gotta be careful. And then what I'll do is kind of like scumble that color in. Does that make sense? And I'll do the edges now. Leaf edges. And it leaves more, it's more of a, and I've noticed, because I've been watching other YouTube channels and artists that use Inktense, they do the same thing, and they do a little dab and get their paintbrush as light as possible, or as dry as possible. Does that make sense? But then I have my own, because you know me, I have my own little style that I like. So I'll do my little scumble. I like to put my Dacharelli. Like my Dacharellis. But then I do it in my own. Does that make sense? You'll see once this dries, because I want to do several layers in certain areas. And I noticed that I use too much water. So just a teeny little dip into the water there, just so I can, look at that color, look at that. And these Inktense are more vibrant, very vibrant. Oh yeah. Yep, Jax also, did you hear that? He agrees. So yeah, it's like you use a tiny bit. And this is just like right up my alley, because you know I could sit here and do these teeny tinies all day, and not too much, not too much, because this is the kind of style I noticed when I started, because I've been practicing and doing a lot of practice videos, or I mean tutorials. I've been doing a lot of tutorials to practice with these Inktense because I just love, oh, look at that leaf. Isn't that kind of cool now? I kind of like that. And then I might go over it with another layer. I like the way it layers. This might take a while, but we got all day, don't we? Right? Grab your tea, your iced tea, and that's, see, I notice it's just a little too much. So we'll go a little darker here because it's in the shadows. Do our little scumble. And you got to get this done before it dries, because once it dries, maybe just a touch of water to pull it out, fade. Once it dries, it dries. That's it. It's like an ink stain. So you just gotta learn to play with it, that's all. And I love it so much. Love it so much. And I found another YouTube channel, Helen Campbell. Oh my God, another gorgeous botanist or floral botany illustrations. She uses a lot of Inktense. That's how I found her, because, you know, I Googled Inktense. And, oh, just gorgeous. She does just gorgeous, gorgeous work. So I highly recommend her channel, her tutorials. She has a ton of tutorials also. Her and Lindsay Wyrick are my going to be my go-to places for free tutorials. But I also pay for Lindsay's critique corner, because then she does some really in-depth tutorials that I like, you know, like over an hour of tutorials. And then once I'm done with all of Helen's free tutorials, I'm definitely going to her Patreon, because I love her style and all that. So Jax is, if you hear that barking in the background, Jax got up from his nap and he is bullying all of his toys. Now you know Jax is a little Shih Tzu. He's tiny. So I buy him toys that are the same size as him. He's got a German Shepherd right now. And he is bullying him. He is so mean. Can you hear him? He's so funny. He's my funny boy. So yeah, this is like, this is what I like. I just love this scumbling type of, I don't know, there's too much white there. I just want to, and then I will go over again. Even though I started with Micron, I will go over it again. And so now that we have this green, I'm gonna have to make a light green. So I hate to use a lot of water here, but let's do a lighter green for the bud part. So there, I believe there are only 24. I believe there are only 24 Inktense paints. So, oh, that's pretty. But you know what? I think I need a lighter. I think I need a smaller. And then I just get it all dry. Just a touch of water, clear water, just to fill that in a little bit. See what I'm doing? Just do the dark first. And then just, I mean, just a hair touch of clear. Fill that in. And I'm also going to come in, because there's like these little white hairs, in the photo. I'm going to do that with white Posca. Yeah. And after this, I might even throw, I think I'm going to have to, because I like to do, because there's so many colors. After I do these, I like to throw in, you know, we'll be throwing in more colors. Like you never expect it, but like I would throw in a little Payne's gray. I'll show you. Let me just get some of this in there. I would throw in a little Payne's gray. Let me finish these, I'll show you. Let's get this. See, I don't want to rush, because I know me. I like to rush. Because I want to use up this color before. These are backgrounds, so we'll throw those in there. Oh, I just love how this looks. And this is actually on real Arches watercolor paper. I made this book a long time ago. Yeah. Oh, that's so pretty. That's so pretty. Yeah. So that's my art thing. That's what I've been doing. That and Alex Boone. He's the one that I found that uses the Inktense, because when Inktense first came out, I was like, because the colors were so vibrant. I was like, I don't know if I like that. So, all right, let's see. I just want to clean that off because. All right, let me just show you. So I have a little Payne's gray up here, just a touch, and I'm going to water it down a lot. Just throw in. Maybe in the corners, just a touch. You don't really notice it, but see, you don't notice it, but you do. You see what I'm doing? Just a touch. Every once in a while, I like to throw in a really odd color, just because, I don't know. All right, just a little bit more. All right, just a little. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. I'll do some dot trellis with the Payne's gray, especially here in the ruffly part of the leaves. I just love geranium. Don't you love the smell of geranium leaves? Oh, I do. I miss my geraniums, but hey, I finally got my bougainvillea, which I've always wanted. Couldn't really have in New York, so I'm gonna do some more layers of darker green. But see what I mean when I just throw just a little bit of shadow of, just a little bit. So there's that. So now I just want to do. I'm gonna go with a smaller, teeny tiny, and. Just get some green here. Just tiny bit. And now I'm going to do a little green over that yellow green that we just did. Just a little bit. Yes, Jaxie, I don't know what you want. He might have to, you know what? He might, yes, he might. All right, dear. Okay, so. All right, I am seeing, I'm gonna do a little bit more green here. yes. So that's been my week, my art week so far. When I do my art chit chat, I just like to talk about art, what I've been doing in the art world, new things and stuff like that. Okay, I'm thinking, oh, this goes like that. You know what I like to do? I got too many things going on here. You know, maybe that goes like that. Okay, I see. So you know what? I'm going to take this Payne's Gray. I'm going to do it really, I want it dark to do these negative spaces here, because there's a lot of green. I want to paint in these negative spaces so I don't confuse myself. There we go. Love working with these teeny tiny brushes. And then once that dries, I'll come back and then just do a little bit more shading with the Payne's Gray to do a little bit more negative space. I like a dark negative space. Looks kind of cool. Right in here. Because I notice I get confused with all my lines. I did not do all the buds. Believe me, there were quite a few more buds on here, but I didn't do them all. What's the matter, Jaxie Jax? I just took you. I just took a potty in the middle of my painting here. And so I don't know what the problem is. So what we will do is now with this Payne's Gray, and then just kind of take some water, really dry scumble, and pull it out and fade. See what I'm trying to do here? A little fade. Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice. A little bit of a fade. Goes in with my bokeh, sort of. And hopefully when it dries, it'll dry just a touch. See, when you work with these, I think the key is just using a so when I go to get paint, this is what I do. I just get a teeny tiny bit, just a teeny bit. And then go from there. Just a teeny. See, it's not like watercolor where you can just grab, do a ton of water. And so I noticed also I was doing I think in my last art chat, was it the last art? No, I can't remember. But I was doing watercolor and I was using one of these bigger, I think it was I was doing I think it was a Princeton Aqua Elite, and I think they call it Aqua Elite because it holds more water. And I believe that I was getting too much water, using too much water on my with my watercolors. So so when the stuff would dry, it was just like you could see the too much water. Does that make sense? You could actually see how that there was too much water and it was all faded out, kind of like this is here, sort of. I'm gonna have to fix that a little bit. I'll have to fix that a little bit. So now here, then I get water and then I dab and scumble just a touch, just a hair of water. And a scumble. See, that might have been a little too much, but I like to scumble it out there so it fades. I don't know what Jax wants. I do not know, darling. And is this, I believe, is negative space? See, now I'm starting to see where the negative space is. This helps me a lot. So now we can identify the buds. Yeah, that's nice. And then just to make a little shadow here on the leaf. Just a little shadow. Oh, that's too much blue. Scumble that out just to have a little shadow there. All right. I might do that with this. I don't see these colors in the picture, but I like the effect. Just a tiny, you can't even tell. I just want a little bit of a shadow effect on the leaf so we can just identify the buds are separate. Of course, with the colors, it will. But I like that. I like that. So I'm gonna go back in a little bit. That might be too much water. Maybe that's why that's like this, is because I'm using too much water. How's that? So before I took Jax out potty, I noticed that I forgot to put my background music on. So if you notice it's now on. It was not on in the first half. But I am not a professional. I'm just here to share my art with you. But I like a nice calming music in the background. Background music is usually a YouTube channel. Always, actually there's always a YouTube channel, so. This one is called Beautiful Music. Beautiful, relaxing music for stress. So that's that. I don't know about this leaf. I don't know about this leaf in the background here. What can I do to fix it? Something going on. It's just, do I just make it green? Oh my God, I almost dropped it. Maybe it's all the dots. Maybe we don't need some dots. Maybe it just needs to be a leaf. Same with this one. Too many dots. Maybe that's the problem. Just want one color. I'm learning. I'm learning. Especially the Inktense. I'm definitely learning the Inktense. I think I'm going to try to do this all one. And then I will fix it up with the Micron, because the Micron fixes everything. Yeah, but I like that you can what I like about the Inktense is the layering, how you can layer. I mean, you can layer with watercolor too, and pencils and stuff, but it's just get a little darker. And I just like the look of the Inktense because of the vibrancy. Let's see, yeah. See how vibrant that green is? It's just, ooh, it's like a, I like, when I do my botanicals, I'm going for a more, I'm not trying to go for real life botanical. I'm more like a whimsy botanical. I want 10% real life, 90% kind of whimsy-ish. Does that make sense? Okay, now here we go. Here we go with, let's see, I'll use, here we go with the, let me just do this like this, the geraniums. So, let's get the fuchsia. Let me, oh, you know what I need? I need a clean, to mix my colors. There we go. I just needed a clean spot. Now let's grab some fuchsia. Oh, that's pretty. Pretty, pretty. More water, because this one here, these two are really just very, very light. So I'll just put that fuchsia in there, and then, ooh, that's a little, there we go. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, perfect, perfection. Get a little darker at the tip. Of course, we'll probably do a couple. Layers. Now this is really fuchsia, so I'm just gonna go ahead in there. So these I'm not gonna scumble because I want these vibrant. Yes, I don't know what he wants. I just took him, you know where? The Pips. I think he wants to go get the MAIL. I think he's waiting for a letter. So, just give me a little bit, honey. Almost, we're almost there. Almost. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. See how that looks so whimsy-ish? I don't know, I can't explain it. Now this one is, I think this is the most vibrant, and it's also, it's not fuchsia, it is fuchsia and cherry. Let's mix those two. Oh yeah, that's it. That's my geranium. That is it. Oh, I like that. I mixed fuchsia and cherry to get this. I think it needs a little bit, just a little more cherry. Because my geraniums, they were like really deep red. There we go. Oh yes, oh yes, I might do a little bit of that cherry in there. Just a tiny. And then just, yep. All right, and then these, oh, these are turning out so nice. Since I can't have my geraniums, I will have them here. Yes, Jigs. I think he misses sitting on the porch on beautiful spring days, summer days. We don't really have a porch now. But we do a lot more WALKs, that's for sure. Oh my gosh. So I know I've told you the story about how we walk in the plaza. And all the ladies at the nail salon just love him, and he's always got to stop Well, today he had to stop, and one of the nail ladies came and just loved him up, gave him scratches and hugs, and loved him all up. That we're never going to get past that place. I literally have to drag him away. I literally have to drag him away from the door because they just love him. They love him. Now this bud is just really pinky, so I'm gonna have to do the pinky on that. Oh, these are turning out nice. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, my Jackson, I don't know how many people stopped and said hello to him and petted him. He is like the star of the show when we go in the plaza. I don't think it has anything to do with sidewalks. I think he just likes being the star. Everybody's star. Everybody loves him. Loves him. And then, let's see. Let's do another. Just another layer. These are now. Are you noticing how it's kind of like a stainy matted look? That's what I love about it. What I love. I've just been taking a little bit of mix of the fuchsia and cherry red. That's pretty. Pretty. And then I'm gonna go through with the Posca. So now we got to do this. This one is really pink, just because it's a little bud, so it's pink. Ooh, it's just pink. You can barely see, yeah. But it doesn't match the others, so we'll just. There. I still think I'm going to go in with a little bit more Payne's Gray, just, ooh, that's a lot. Just a little bit of shadow. A little bit more dimension-y shadow. Does that make sense? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I don't know, that looks, I don't know. We need just a tiny bit more. I don't know. I'm trying to look at this from far away here. I think once I go in with the Posca fixes everything. Well, let's let this dry, and then I'll go in with the Posca, and then I will go in with, I will go in with the Micron as well. All right. These are pretty dry. Let's see. I'm going to do it very lightly. Sleeve isn't helping there. So there's these like little hairy things on the, this isn't small enough to do the little hairy things. Yeah. I'm not gonna do a lot. Yeah, this Posca is not small enough to do what I want to do, but it does help. It does help. I'm just gonna do do I dare? I'm not going to go crazy with that Posca. I think I would do better with Micron. So let's do that. Maybe I could do the hairs with the Micron. Oh, no, it's not thin enough either. Maybe. Maybe a couple of hairs. All right, let me go in. Do I like to do this sketchy as well. Yeah, I like the Micron. It helps. It helps me a lot to do what this is what I'm trying to do. It's my favorite. I guess it's my style. I guess that's my style. See, it does help me a little bit. I can't wait to upload this for the person who took the photo. PmP, paint my photo. I think that's cool. I like. Someone once asked me if I did anything without a reference photo, and one of the main reasons why I use reference photos is because of all these different colors. I mean, if I was doing watercolor, I would have added more. Because, you know, it's not just a green and red bud. Inside that bud, I mean, if you look, actually, and I do have, let's see, red oxide. There's like a purple. If you look, it's just tiny. It's super, super tiny. There's like a reddish magenta, like right here. And the buds. I don't want to add it though, but I'll add it. It's like a little bit of magenta. That's why I do reference photos, because I can't think of the colors in my mind. There's just so many colors involved that I want to capture those colors. There might be tans and browns and just colors that you don't really think are there. But once you start painting and things like that, you start to see those colors. You start to see them. And it's really cool. It's very cool. So that's why I use reference photos. I mean, when I used to draw in my bedroom when I was in high school, I didn't use reference photos. I always drew from my mind. It was pretty good, but it was more cartoony. I was more cartoony back then. And I do. When I'm watching TV, I have doodle books there, and I doodle what I see. I don't paint, I just doodle. So I should show you. One of these days I will show all my sketchbooks and stuff. It might be more than an hour long, but it's, you know. And then I like to do this cross-hatchy thing. So it is more cartoony, or, you know what I mean? Besides my Dacerellis, which we have not done, let's get those in there. So it's more, not whimsical, and more illustrative. It's not real life illustrative, but you know what I mean. I'll do a crosshatch, see that, to kind of shade as well. So that can, I guess that's my style. I'm gonna have to think of a word for my style. Children's book illustrative. Where's those Dacerellis? Do you think this is done? I think. More book illustrative, does that make sense? I'll have to think of a word. It'll come to me one day. Oh, I really like this. I like it. Let's see. Let's just do Cindy 24. Let's see. Oh my god, that bokeh turned out really nice too. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad for geranium buds, huh? Oh, I like it. I really like it. Thank you. Thank you for being here with me on my art chit chat. I will talk to you in the next one. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.